Yo, what's up, Dodgers Nation and MLB maniacs? If you're not glued to your screen right now, you better be, because this is the bombshell that's about to shatter the offseason. A brand new report just dropped, and it's crystal clear. The Los Angeles Dodgers have one underrated target staying put with their team, but for Bo Bichette? Oh man, the gloves are off. This isn't just a rumor, it's a full-blown conspiracy unfolding in real time, with Andrew Friedman and the Dodgers front office plotting a $300 million heist that could redefine the MLB landscape. Fans are furious, rivals are panicking, and I'm here to break it all down step by step. Buckle up, because this is bigger than you think. It's a game-changer that screams strategic manipulation and competitive imbalance. Let's dive in, and trust me, by the end you'll be questioning everything about this offseason. Alright, let's break this down from the ground up, because if we don't, the whole thing explodes in our faces. Yesterday, and I mean literally yesterday, Ken Rosenthal, the king of baseball insiders, tweeted out the news that rocked the baseball world like an earthquake. Ketel Marte is staying with the Diamondbacks. No trade. Period. Sources from The Athletic confirm it, he's locked in, and Arizona's front office is grinning like they just won the lottery. Now, why is this a big deal for the Dodgers? Picture this. All off-season we've been hearing those tantalizing whispers about Marte as a potential trade target. The Dodgers, with their massive payroll and need for middle infield stability, could have swung a deal, maybe sending prospects or cash to snag him and plug that hole at shortstop or second base. But now, poof, gone. Evaporated. And with the Dodgers still aggressively hunting for big-name free agents? Yeah, they're in the market, no doubt about it. This report confirms their next move. This is Bo Bichette, folks. The Toronto Blue Jays superstar is eyeing a monster $300 million contract. And after blockbuster moves like Kazuma Okamoto signing with the Blue Jays, a not cheap deal but certainly not the steal of the century, Bichette's odds of staying in Toronto are tanking faster than a bad stock. Reports from heavy hitters like Bob Nightingale say he's practically begging to play for the Phillies, especially with Don Mattingly, the legendary bench coach, joining their staff. But here's the crazy part. The Dodgers are lurking in the shadows, ready to pounce like predators. Why the outrage? Because this isn't just a signing, it's a declaration of war on the Phillies, and fans across the league are losing their minds over the price tag, the implications, and the sheer audacity. People are furious. Is this the Dodgers flexing their unlimited wallet again, or is there something deeper, something sinister at play? Rhetorical question. Are we witnessing the start of an off-season arms race that could ruin baseball's balance forever? Let's talk about who we're dealing with here, because without the backstory this whole drama falls flat. Bo Bichette? This guy's not just a player, he's a phenom, a 26-year-old middle infield beast who's been torching the league since bursting onto the scene in 2019. Born in the Dominican Republic, raised in the Blue Jays system under the watchful eye of his dad, Dante Bichette, a Hall of Fame hitter with 241 homers and a .278 career average, Bo's following in those footsteps with a vengeance. He's the youngest on the free agent middle infield list right now, and that says everything about his potential. Versatile as hell, he's played shortstop primarily but can slide to second base, and he's got that elite bat speed and contact ability that screams future stardom. Think of him as the next-generation version of a Jose Altuve or a Francisco Lindor, explosive, consistent, and clutch. On the Dodgers side, Andrew Friedman and his front office are the undisputed masters of the offseason chess game. They've already made seismic moves, Shohei Ohtani for $700 million, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, turning LA into a powerhouse. But their infield depth? It's a question mark. Mookie Betts at short? Possible, but they're confident keeping him there long-term. Gavin Lux at second? Solid, reliable, but not superstar level. And the Phillies? Oh, they're all in on this chase. With Bryce Harper locked in for $330 million and Kyle Schwarber re-signed, adding Bichette would make them the NL's unstoppable force. But the Dodgers? They've got the payroll, over $200 million in spending power, the history of outspending everyone, and now with Marte off the table, Bichette's the obvious plug-in. Here's the intrigue. Why him? Because Bichette's not just talented, he's a symbol. A guy who hit .306 with 31 homers and 102 RBI last year, proving he can carry a lineup. Fans love him, Blue Jays fans especially, but now with Toronto prioritizing other targets, he's ripe for the picking. And the Dodgers know it. Now here's where it gets conspiratorial, because this isn't random. Oh no, this smells like a calculated plot, a front office shadow war that's been brewing for weeks. Think about it. The Phillies are practically waving a Phillies flag in Bichette's face, with reports from Bob Nightingale saying he's everything but a Philly. Don Mattingly's hiring? That's no coincidence, it's a lure, a siren song to draw Bichette to Philadelphia. But the Dodgers? They're the silent assassins, the ones who strike when you least expect it. Why now? Because with the Blue Jays prioritizing Kyle Tucker, and according to KBO's insider reports, they're the top bidder by a landslide, offering a package that could include prospects and cash. Bichette's exit from Toronto is imminent. Is this a calculated move by Friedman to swoop in and steal him away? Absolutely. It's strategic manipulation at its finest. The Dodgers know the Phillies are desperate, so they're waiting to outbid at the last second, driving up the price and forcing Philly to overcommit. And let's not forget the whispers. Is this part of a bigger plan to dominate the NL West and beyond? With their win totals already over 95 on platforms like Kalsher, adding Bichette could push them to 100-plus wins, cementing a dynasty. But here's the intrigue, are the Yankees and Mets really out? John Heyman tweeted that the Yankees are showing serious interest. But come on, they're not paying $300 million. This screams a Dodgers-Phillies showdown, engineered to create chaos. Is Friedman leaking this to drive up the price and force the Phillies to overpay? Or is it a front office ploy to distract from other targets, like a closer or outfielder? You tell me, but the shadows are deep here. Conspiracy theorists are already connecting dots. Did the Dodgers tip off Rosenthal about Marte to clear the path for Bichette? Is MLB complicit in letting LA hoard talent? It's wild, and it's got me questioning if this is all part of a rigged system where the rich get richer. Let's compare this to past Dodgers moves, because history doesn't lie, and it paints a picture of inevitability. Remember when they signed Freddie Freeman for $162 million in 2021? That was a blockbuster, but it fit their roster like a glove, filling first base and providing elite production. Bichette at $300 million? That's overpay territory, reminiscent of the Phillies' own Bryce Harper deal, a $330 million gamble that paid off with 35 homers and NL MVP caliber seasons. But look at league patterns. The Dodgers have a history of outbidding rivals, like stealing Shohei Ohtani from under the Giants' noses in 2017, or landing bets from Boston. And team behaviors? The Phillies are the new big spenders, mirroring the Dodgers' rise in the 2010s when they went from also-rans to contenders. This Bichette chase is like the Astros sign-stealing scandal. A sneaky edge that could tip the scales, creating an imbalance where only the wealthiest teams win. Compared to other free agents, Bichette's market value is $120 million over an 8-year term, per reports. Exuberant, yes, but if he hits like he did in the World Series, where he played second base and delivered in clutch moments, it's justifiable. But is it worth it when the Dodgers could go for Luis Arraez, a contact hitter with a .316 average last year, or Willie Adams, a power speed combo with 37 homers, at cheaper prices? Rhetorical question. Are we seeing a repeat of the 2021 offseason, where the Dodgers flexed their financial muscle and won the World Series? Or is this the beginning of the end for competitive balance, where teams like the Pirates or Royals can't compete? Fans are drawing parallels to the Yankees' heyday, unstoppable, unfair, and infuriating. Alright, let's get tactical. Roster implications are huge here, and if we don't dissect them, we're missing the heart of the drama. The Dodgers infield right now? Freddie Freeman at first, anchoring everything with his .300 average and leadership. Max Muncy at third, providing power but with injury concerns. Mookie Betts at short, or possibly outfield to preserve his legs. And Gavin Lux at second, a young, promising talent but not a superstar. But with Betts potentially shifting, there's a hole that screams for filling. Bichette could slot in at short or second, adding elite offense and versatility. Depth chart? Lux is good, 20 homers, .275 average. But Bichette's an upgrade, think 30-plus homers, 100-plus RBI, and that speed for stolen bases. Salary dynamics? The Dodgers have the cap space. $300 million is steep, but it's not breaking them like it would the Yankees, who are capped at around $230 million. Development concerns? Bichette's young, so no worries, he's got 5 to 7 prime years ahead. But positional issues? His fielding at second base is meh. He played only a handful of games there last year with a .980 fielding percentage but average range. You're paying for a hitter, not a gold glover like Andrelton Simmons. And with free agency winding down, this could lock in their lineup for years, but at what cost? If they sign him, are they sacrificing other targets? Like, do they still go for a closer like Liam Hendricks or an outfielder like Teoscar Hernandez? Fans are split. Is this the final piece, or a risky overreach that leaves them thin elsewhere? Rhetorical. Could this be the move that finally breaks the Dodgers' curse of choking in the playoffs, or is it just piling on talent without synergy? Let's scout Bichette like he's under the microscope because this guy's stats and projections are the fuel for the fire. Strengths? Dude's a hitting machine, .300 average consistently, with a .306 mark last season, 31 homers, 102 RBI and 25 stolen bases. Elite contact, bat speed that scouts rave about, think 95 miles per hour exit velocities, and a swing that's adaptable against lefties and righties. He's got power to all fields, not just pull power, and his on-base percentage hovers around .350. Projections? At 26, he's got 5 to 7 more prime years. Think 35 to 40 homer seasons if he stays healthy, potentially hitting .310 with 110 RBI annually. Advanced stats back it. 140 WRC plus last year, top 10 in the league for hard hit rate. Weaknesses? Fielding, he's not great at shortstop, defensive runs saved, -5 last year, and at second he's raw with only 20 games there in 2023. Speed's there, 25 SB, but range is average and he's prone to errors. Compared to others? Better than Arraez offensively, Arraez had .316 BA but no power, but not as versatile as Adams, who had 37 HR but weaker average. For the Dodgers, he'd be a perfect fit, high OBP to get on base for Ohtani and Betts, power to drive in runs. But at $300 million? Scouts say he's worth $240 million max, a $60 million overpay. Is this a steal or a swindle? You decide, but the projections say he's a future all-star, maybe even MVP candidate if he hits his stride. Oh, the fallout is epic. Rival teams and fans are losing their minds, and it's spilling over into social media wars. Phillies fans? Enraged, they see Bichette as their savior, the missing piece to dethrone the Dodgers, and LA swooping in is like stealing their thunder. Twitter's blowing up with hashtag Bichette to Philly hashtags, and fans are calling it theft. Yankees fans? Laughing it off, but insiders say they're interested, Heyman says so, though their payroll constraints make it a pipe dream. Mets fans? Bitter, remembering how LA outbid them for Ohtani. Media? ESPN's calling it a war for Bichette, with analysts debating if it's worth the money. Executives? Diamondbacks execs are smirking. They kept Marte, Dodgers didn't, and now Arizona looks stronger. Blue Jays? They're moving on, but fans are bitter, flooding forums with trade Bo chants. Padres and Giants fans? Panicking because this could widen the NL West gap. Why the shock? Because this could imbalance the NL. Dodgers already have Ohtani, add Bichette, and they're unbeatable. Conspiracy theorists are whispering, is MLB rigging this to keep the Dodgers dominant, ignoring revenue-sharing rules? Fans are flooding Reddit and YouTube comments, Dodgers cheating again. Phillies deserve him. It's chaos, pure chaos, with outrage over the $300 million price tag and fears of a two-team league. Zoom out, what does this mean for the season? The Dodgers could win 100-plus games, crush the World Series odds, currently 44% on Kalsher, huge opportunity. Free agency? It sets the tone, $300 million for Bichette means others demand more, inflating the market. League balance? Goodbye, parity? The Dodgers are building a dynasty, potentially leading to more tanking by small market teams. Is this sustainable? Rhetorical, will the Phillies counter with even bigger offers, or will the Dodgers win this arms race? Long-term it could change MLB, more stars in LA, fewer in places like Pittsburgh. Fans are worried, is baseball becoming a pay-to-win game? Phew, what a ride. The Dodgers-Bichette chase is a conspiracy-laden bombshell that's exposing front office wars, fan fury, and a league on the brink. Is Friedman playing 4D chess or is this overkill? Big questions remain. Will they pull the trigger on $300 million? Is Bichette worth it? What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should the Dodgers outbid the Phillies or let him walk? Hit that like button if you're hyped, subscribe for more breakdowns and smash the bell. And remember, this video's brought to you by Kalsher. Download using the link in the description, enter code DIGESTMOB and get $20 when you trade your first $100. Trade on Dodgers World Series odds. It's a smarter way to bet. Thanks for watching, Dodgers Nation. Stay locked in and let's talk Bichette in the comments. Peace out.